And a lot of things happened over the weekend for Liverpool. They were able to sign a new right back in Calvin Ramsey, which we're going to talk about on another video coming up soon. And a lot of transfer rumors of comings and goings took place over the weekend. So a lot of things to catch up on, and things just continuing to come out over the last couple of days, or last couple of hours, I guess you should say, with some new links to some different players around Europe that Liverpool could be splurging out for this summer, although maybe take these with a bit of a grain of salt. Let's start off first with a report from AS, Spanish news outlet, claiming that Liverpool are ready to splash out on Marco Asensio of Real Madrid. Asensio, with 1 year left on his contract, valued at £36 million by Transfer Market, is said by AS that Liverpool really fancy signing Asensio this off-season and to bring him to Liverpool, where he can play across the front three and even in the midfield. Asensio potentially could arrive, according to reports, for £34 million. Now, these reports coming out of Spain with AS, previously Liverpool have been linked with Marco Asensio, and it doesn't, to me, feel like a link that has a lot of substance. Liverpool a lot of times have gone for players very quickly. There's not a lot of dragging out of any kind of transfer rumors and saga. We saw that with Darwin Nunez, we saw that with Luis Diaz, we saw that with Fabinho when he signed a couple of years ago. There's not a lot of transfer saga and things being dragged out. The biggest transfer that dragged on was really Thiago's a couple of years ago. That was just because Liverpool couldn't come up with a fee that Bayern Munich was happy with. But in the end, he came to Liverpool. With this Marco Asensio rumor, yes, it's a possibility that he could come to Liverpool, even though I don't think Liverpool are really in the market for Asensio. Yes, he can play across the front three, and yes, Liverpool have 1 year left on Mohamed Salah's contract and Roberto Firmino's contract. He's a forgotten man at Anfield right now. So having a young attacking midfielder slash forward would be a great deal for Liverpool. Asensio is just 26 years old. He's out of contract in 2023, so Liverpool probably can get him for around 30 million, 34 million pounds, as reports are saying. And, you know, he's a serial winner there with Real Madrid. But at the same time, he's only been a bit part player for the most part at Real Madrid. Last season, played 42 games in all competitions, scoring 12 goals and assisting 2. 10 of those 12 goals coming in La Liga in 31 appearances, just 1 goal in the Champions League. Asensio predominantly plays as a right wing. He played there 30 times, scoring 9 goals last season, and then 5 times as an attacking midfielder, where he scored 3 goals. So he could definitely fit in with Liverpool in those positions, in the wide areas, or maybe in the midfield, where we've seen Harvey Elliott operate over the last year. Obviously Thiago, Jordan Henderson can also operate on the other side of Fabinho. But you know, you look at Asensio's goal record for Real Madrid. He's only played 235 times for the club that he came through the academy of, scoring 49 goals and assisting 24 goals during his career. So it's not the greatest goal record. Would he be an improvement for Liverpool? Well, he's not going to get in the side over Luis Diaz or Salah or even Diogo Jota. But this is definitely a player who can play as a substitute, as a backup. Liverpool did lose Divock Origi earlier this offseason, and Asensio could play the part of a backup super sub. Now, would Asensio want to trade in being a super sub at Real Madrid for being a super sub at Liverpool? Don't know about that. There are several teams rumored to be interested in Asensio, but with AS really reporting this and linking Liverpool with it, I kind of see this as one of those reports from a Spanish media outlet that they get these rumors and they put it out there, try to spark some interest in some teams to sign a Real Madrid player. I'm not really sure if Liverpool are that interested in Marco Asensio, or if maybe there's just maybe a little bit of maybe just a tad bit of interest. Asensio, again, not really a player that I think Liverpool would be going for, especially with Liverpool kind of focusing on Portugal lately, going and finding some of the best players in Portugal to sign. Now, Liverpool have also been linked with midfielder Nicolo Barella from Inter Milan, and this is another deal that I just feel like isn't necessarily something Liverpool are going to be going after. Barella would cost Liverpool around 90 million euros, but there has been reports that Liverpool would offer Naby Keita as part of a swap deal and then pay down the rest. Now, Keita, I thought, had a really good season last season. He probably his best, in my opinion, since arriving at Liverpool from RB Leipzig. Still a lot of people on the fence about Naby Keita, but I think he did well enough to be really Liverpool's fourth choice midfielder behind Thiago, Jordan Henderson, and Fabinho. And I think that he definitely has a place there in Liverpool's squad. Barella, supposedly Klopp really likes Barella. Liverpool got to see him firsthand in the Champions League this past season, and definitely a very good player. He's only 25 years old, so he would add some youth to Liverpool's midfield, because we do have Henderson and Thiago both over 30 years old. But Barella's contract does run until 2026 with Inter Milan. He's a high earner at Inter, and Inter are interested in getting rid of some of those high wage earners at the moment to bring down the costs there. We saw that last season when they sold Romelu Lukaku, who they're going to get back on loan, it looks like. And there's the possibility of Lautaro Martinez and Barella leaving to help bring down the wage budget there at Inter. Though Barella is a really important player there, I just can't see him at the moment leaving Inter for Liverpool, even if Naby Keita is used in a swap deal. Now, again, reports have been over the last couple of days that Liverpool will pursue potentially bring in Nicolo Barella, but there are other reports, contradictory reports, saying that Liverpool are happy with their midfield. They don't want to address any midfield issues until next season. They're focusing mostly on the attack right now. Last season, Liverpool focused on adding a defender, Ibrahima Konate. They added a right back this season because potentially Nico Williams is going to be sold. Then Mane left. Well, got to find a replacement. At the moment, Liverpool aren't interested in, according to reports, letting any midfielders go, and that includes Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who has been linked with a move away. Liverpool are said to be ready to keep him for one more year, let him leave on a free transfer next summer. Naby Keita, again, had a good season last season, in my opinion, and Liverpool are not necessarily interested in letting him go this summer. If you think back to the previous Italian imports that Liverpool have signed, which I can think of 3 right now off the top of my head, they have not performed well in the Premier League, and were basically transfer busts. Andrea Dossina, Alberto Aquilani, and Mario Balotelli, all 3 players who Liverpool signed, and all 3 were major busts. Now, Aquilani really springs to mind because he was signed with the intent on being Xabi Alonso's replacement at Liverpool in August 2009. And if you cast your mind back there, maybe younger fans may not remember Alberto Aquilani, but I do. £17 million signing plus add-ons, which would have taken that over £20 million by Rafa Benitez. He came into the Liverpool squad injured. He was signed injured and didn't make an appearance for Liverpool until November when he played against Birmingham City. But Aquilani never found that form that he showed previously at Roma when he was there, and what made him so attractive to Rafa Benitez. Aquilani didn't have a long career at Liverpool. He was loaned out to Juventus at one point. He was loaned out to Milan at another point, and before he was finally sold to Fiorentina in 2012-2013. Unfortunately, Liverpool lost a lot of money on Aquilani. Fiorentina later stated that they only paid 790,000 euros for him. So obviously, it's a different time. Barella's a different player. He's a big-time player, plays in the Azzurri, and is, like I say, a fantastic player. But I don't know how real these links are to the Inter midfielder. Again, it's a crazy season. It's the transfer market, so there's lots of reports, lots of journalists all over the world who are making these little reports, hearing these little nuggets of news, and putting these together. For me, I don't really think Barella is a true target for Liverpool this summer. I mean, I could be pleasantly surprised if they do go ahead and sign him and swap Naby Keita for him. And again, I don't think Marco Asensio is necessarily a real target for Liverpool, although he would technically fit into that revolving front 3 because he can play multiple positions, and he's out of contract soon with Real Madrid. But once more, Liverpool, Julian Ward is really focusing on that Portuguese market, and I think he could probably find a gem, a diamond in the rough, if you will, in Portugal once more. And, Liverpool not necessarily needing Marco Asensio this season. Why not try to sign him on a free transfer next year? And again, Marco Asensio, what's the reasoning to come to Liverpool to be a backup when he's already a backup at Real Madrid? So again, I don't really see these two deals necessarily coming off this summer. Again, I could be pleasantly surprised, but for me, that's my 2 cents, that Asensio and Barella just seem like two names that have popped up that everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of, or everybody's reporting on, but I don't really necessarily see these two players arriving at Anfield this summer. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know, do you think that Nicolo Barella or Marco Asensio are going to arrive at Liverpool this summer? And would you like them to come and play for Liverpool this year? Both fantastic players. But again, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Would these two be good signings this off-season? And I just want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed recently and who are following along with the channel, commenting and liking the videos. I really appreciate it. After years of having this channel, trying to now finally focus some time on it and grow it. And I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. And so please, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And also, if you want to stay up to date on everything I post here on Liverpool, please subscribe to the channel and stay up to date on all the videos every time they're posted. Click those notifications so you know when those videos come up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. My social media handles are down in the descriptions below, so you can follow me there. And I will see you next time here on Soccer Travels.